Many people believe that loving yourself means strengthening yourself to satisfy yourself. I feel that the self we work so hard to strengthen and to satisfy might only be our ego, our false self. Actually, falling in love once teaches us this. Usually, after a very brief honeymoon period, we quickly start feeling dissatisfied with our partner, feeling they don't respect our needs, our feelings. In truth, any relationship, if our real starting point is actually wanting to satisfy ourselves, even when we behave as if we care deeply for the other, constantly giving will ultimately bring us pain because we're living within our own ego, our own false self. True self-love is actually about letting go of this ego. The ego is not a real thing. We actually can't find something called ego. It's something we've created. It's our projection of thoughts about me, my story, my experiences, my identity. Therefore, we need to use my story, my experiences, my possessions to define this me. So when I lose the people and things I love, like my career, my marriage, my health, my reputation, this me becomes deeply painful with overwhelming emotions because this me is actually very fragile, desperately needing to be acknowledged, to be respected, to be validated, to be satisfied. This me is actually just a thought, an idea, projected from fear, creating separation in consciousness. This prevents us from building truly happy, intimate relationships with anyone because we only encounter another me exactly like ourselves. The closer the relationship, the more unhappy we become because everyone is seeking acknowledgement and love from the other. Actually, I am not my thoughts. I am not my body. I am not my roles. I am not my emotions. I am not my ego. We don't need to identify with our thoughts, and we don't need to use external relationships and possessions to define ourselves, to bind ourselves. In the end, what truly belongs to me, no matter how attached I am, eventually I must let go. When I no longer need to possess anything, when I no longer need to prove myself, I am truly free. My heart becomes open and at ease. My heart has inner security and fulfillment. I will see that life is like a play. Everything is like flowers in a mirror, moon in water. I really don't need to get too caught up in the drama. What's most important on this stage of life? What have I truly learned? What kind of self do I long to create? And what is it that I wish to contribute to the world?